I just hope it lands on me again.
No, that is the most rigged I've ever seen. Uh, all right,
Come
well,
on, bro.
Dylan,
Go
I
ahead
think
and take it. I'm okay with doing a
I'm
family movie.
stealing the action Christmas movie. We're building a Christmas movie. Welcome to another episode of Talk Talk Punch. Thank you so much to both our audio podcast listeners and our YouTube viewers for joining us. I am Brody, joined by Tudong Dylan
Hey.
and Charlie. Bubby, I'm your white knight, Hickman.
I'm Ellis. You're making me Ellis. Man,
No, I mean,
over the years, you've given me some weird nicknames. All right,
technically, you would be
then
more
you're
like
Agent Johnson
Hans.
and Dylan's Agent Johnson. All right,
Technically, you would be more like Hans because I called you Bubby.
all right, fair enough, fair enough. I'll be Hans. I'll wear the Gruber.
It's a Christmas reference because it's a Christmas episode, and Die
That's
Hard is a
true.
Christmas movie, as we all know.
Right.
But if you haven't already, we'd love it if you subscribed so that way you can come back here every Wednesday to hang out with us and have some fun, just like this episode. You're in for a doozy, folks, because if you know our drafts, you know we have a lot of fun on these drafts, building these movies, and this one is no exception because it's a Christmas themed one. Charlie, tell us about this draft.
All right. Well, if you have seen some of our drafts, you will have gotten kind of used to a format that we follow where we take turns going first and we're kind of drafting from a list of options or choices. But since we're doing a Christmas movie draft, I thought it would be fun to switch it up on you guys. And we are doing a kind of a white elephant or Yankee swap style draft here. And so, all right, now that may sound a little confusing at first, but you'll get the hang of it really fast. So the first category will pop up. There'll be three options. You just can't tell what they are. And so whoever goes first will pick a number, and then the next person picks a number, and then I get whatever's third I get because I know what they all are.
All right.
And then as we go, maybe the movie you're building is not working out so great because, well, quite frankly, you're picking blind random categories here and trying to piece them together. So every round we will spin the wheel for an opportunity to steal. So just like the Yankee swap, you can take little things from other people around the circle here to help flesh out your movie in the way that you want it to go. So
Okay.
it'll make a lot of sense as we go. I think we should just dive right in because the first category is the one that's going to set the tone for every choice that we make. Because we got to pick what kind of movie, what kind of Christmas movie we making here. So spin that wheel, Brody. Let's see who goes first. If it lands on me, then we'll let Dylan go first.
Okay. Well, Dylan, you would be next in line. Oh, it's me. It's me.
Hey.
All right. So there really isn't much of an advantage to going first, but I guess theoretically, I don't want to get too much into the Monty Hall problem here, but you do have access to all three numbers. So, bro, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and I will tell you what kind of Christmas movie you're making.
Okay, so in the past, I always go 3 because it's my wife's favorite number, and it seems to never go well. But maybe tonight's going to be the night, so I'm going to pick number 3.
Okay, number 3, you are making a family Christmas movie. Now, that doesn't mean there needs to be a family in your Christmas movie, but you are making a movie that you could sit down with the family and enjoy on Christmas, the Santa Claus or like Elf or any of these other Christmas movies that would be
I
appropriate
was really hoping
for
for an
all the
action
family.
movie.
Well, Dylan, your choice, 1 or 2?
I'm going 2.
Number 2.
Lucky
You,
number 2.
sir, are making an action Christmas film. You get to blow up Christmas with Brody, you said right out loud 3's gonna be a bad choice, but I'm doing it anyway, and then you're like, I couldn't believe it.
Not
It's
gonna
not
pick
the one I
3
wanted.
anymore.
Which leaves me with the Hallmark rom-com Christmas movie. So I ain't mad at that. So I'll do Hallmark. Dylan, you'll do action. Now, Brody, keep in mind you can steal this later if the spinner lands on you. Everything can be stolen twice. So just heads up, Dylan. Watch out.
Yeah,
I'm coming for it, Tudong.
I know.
All
I
right.
have
So our
no
next
problem.
Okay.
Next category, and Dylan, you get to pick a number 1 through 3. We are going to be picking a main character for our Christmas films.
Wait,
Nice.
there's no stealing yet?
Oh, no, you're right. I'm sorry. Spin the wheel. You're 100% right. That's my
Yes.
fault.
Christmas movie. Give
Now,
it to me, Tudong.
keep in mind, Dylan, you can always steal this back later. So
Oh,
it's
but
been
if you
stolen
steal it,
once.
then it's locked.
So we are going to turn it green here in the color, and then that will. Oh boy, that's hard to see, isn't it? All right. Well, we'll turn it a different color just to indicate to everyone that it has been stolen once. All right, Dylan, you get to go first. Pick a number 1 through 3, and you get a character for
Oh,
your
not
family film.
2. Going 2. Always done me
All
right,
right,
except when somebody steals.
Dylan, you get, and this doesn't have to be your main character, but a prominent character in your movie must be a sad but wise child.
Sad wise
bad.
child. Okay. Okay.
Is that
Okay. So family
referencing a
movie
movie,
makes sense.
Charlie?
Not. I mean, like, look, there's a lot of when you think about Christmas movies, you think about point of view of the characters. There's a lot of movies that center around a child who's sad because maybe like the Christmas Chronicles, like maybe the
Mhm.
family's lost their Christmas spirit and there's a dad, or maybe they're sad for a variety of reasons, but that is kind of through more of the lens of the child and less the lens of the adult. So that's kind of what we're going here, and that lines up pretty nicely with a family movie, I suppose. So Brody, he left you number 3 if you want it, or
No,
you
I
can go
said I
number
wasn't
1.
going to pick 3. Let's go number 1.
Okay. Then your action movie will be starring Santa himself.
Yeah, baby.
That's great. It's fantastic.
And you guys have left me with a single adult, which lines up pretty good. Pretty good.
Yes.
I
That's
All
an
right.
love
alcoholic
this.
woman.
Oh, I'm
She
so
just
glad I didn't
cannot.
pick 3.
But hey, spin that wheel because you might not get to keep your wares
Uh-oh.
here, my friend.
Uh-oh.
It's time for a Yankee swap.
Uh-oh. Who would steal
Now, if it
Santa?
lands on you and you don't if it lands on you and you don't want to steal, you don't have to.
I don't want to steal. I'm good.
Okay, you're good? All right. Then on to the next category.
Well, that's good
So
because Dylan, had you stolen Santa, I was going to take the sad but wise child for my action movie.
That
all
actually
right,
makes.
Brody. Yeah, it could work. He's like Leon Le Professional, except
Yeah.
or no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Kick-Ass. Like the kids like whooping. All right. Pick a number 1 through 3, bro.
Okay, I just picked 1. I've already picked 3, so let's go with 2.
All right.
Unbelievable copycat.
The setting for your Christmas film, Brody, is the big city.
Nice.
Okay.
So any city you want,
Big city,
big city.
big explosions.
Any city I want.
Well, yeah, it's
Okay.
a big city. So we're not talking small town here. We're not talking rural. We're not talking we're
Hmm.
talking big city.
I was
Die
hoping
Hard
for
3.
North Pole. North Pole was what I was hoping for.
Is North Pole a big city? I don't know. Well, we can debate it.
But I guess that's true. I mean, in Polar Express, it looked pretty big.
Dylan, what's your number? One or 2?
I'll go 1.
I'm sorry, 1 or 3. Excuse me. 1 or 3. You're going 1. Your film is in a small town,
Fair
Makes
enough. Fair
sense.
enough.
Makes sense.
which
That's why the
leaves
kid
me
is so
with
sad.
the
What?
ever popular international setting for my Hallmark Christmas movie. So we're gonna
Charlie,
be traveling the world.
Charlie, you're also like, you're so versed in these Hallmark movies. I feel like this is setting you up really nicely.
I do love a good Hallmark Christmas movie, so I would have been happy with any choice, but that was a good one. All right, spin the wheel and let's see if I can steal Dylan's small town setting for my.
That's true.
Oh no,
Oh,
Brody!
it's
All right,
me.
Brody,
It's me.
you stick in big city, or do you want to try
Uh,
to just international? Does the North Pole count as an international setting? Is the North Pole a small town, or is the North Pole a big city? Dylan, what's your ruling? What is the North Pole?
North Pole sounds pretty international to me.
but big city. There's also the fourth option, right? That I don't know
Yeah,
what
you
it
could
is.
go. You could let fate decide.
Oh, oh yeah.
Oh, oh,
Come Come on, let fate
Yeah,
decide,
I
bro.
forgot to mention that, I think, to the people, but yeah, you can
Oh,
toss if you get the steal, you can also just toss yours away and go for the the arm of fate.
so
Come on, bro.
if I go with fate, what happens to Big City?
It just gets erased.
So then if I get another stealing, can I steal Big City back?
No, I think Big City's just out.
Oh,
So be careful.
in that case, I think I'm going to stick with Big City.
You're not
Okay.
gonna steal anything.
I don't
Okay.
want the
Not a,
small town. I could do
so
international if it was going to be, well, but international with the North Pole. I do
I
like
mean,
the
the North
idea of an
Pole.
action Santa movie with North Pole. Actually, you know what? No, Charlie, I'm going to steal your international because
okay.
if the North Pole counts as international, that's what I want. I'm
I mean,
All
building
right.
it's
this in my head.
so somebody's attacking Santa Claus, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm just I'm just gonna put North Pole for your setting
Yeah, North Pole. There you go.
then. All right. Our next category, and yeah, I think we'll get more steals as we go because as your movie starts to get more set in your mind, there might be a few situations that you need to remedy here. So we're gonna have a little fun with playing words here. We got a frosty character. Now, what's a frosty character? I'm not talking about the actual snowman who's like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm a very happy snowman," but someone who's maybe a little cold, a little prickly,
Little
a little
Baja.
less than enthused with your main character. So
Oh, I hope Dylan
I don't
is one of
remember
the
who's.
options.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get. I just got
Who
big
goes? I don't remember
pepperoni.
who goes first. So it was
So
Brody,
wait.
Dylan, Brody. This is Dylan.
Is the Frosty character the villain?
It's
Not
just frosty
necessarily.
picture.
Like picture any kind of rom-com with a will they won't they
Okay.
then the two eventual people meet and it's like I can't stand them and oh I can't stand them and they're very frosty with one another or
Okay.
perhaps there's a neighbor and they're arguing over who's got the best Christmas lights and they have a very frosty relationship. Doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean villain per se, but just this that they're not like chummy with our main character here to start.
Okay.
They're not the best friend.
Are you able to tell me if there is a villain category? Or do
I
I
am
just
not.
have to wait and see? Okay.
You'll just have to wait and see, just like everybody else. Bud. You don't get special treatment.
All right. All right.
Uh,
That's
Dylan,
right.
1 through 3.
Oh, three this time.
Oh,
All
changing
right,
it up. Risky.
you have a frosty relative.
Nice.
So
Glad I
that
didn't
could
get
be a
that one.
sibling, a parent, a cousin, a grandfather, whatever it may be. That's
They're
what you
gonna have
got.
to learn a lesson by the end of this. The end of this family film. This family Christmas film. Somebody's learning
uh,
a Frosty the Snowman
someone is
lesson.
learning a frosty lesson. All right, what do you want? 1 or 2, bro?
Two.
Let's go two. I'll try two.
Yeah.
Okay. Your your frosty is a will they, won't they?
Yes.
What?
So your Santa action film is going to have a love interest that is not a big fan of Santa, and is a little bit a little bit mad about it, and I get unhappy child. So that's good.
Wait,
All right,
wait,
all
wait, wait,
right.
wait, wait, wait. I need
Bro,
help. I need
yours is
help with mine.
perfect. Okay, I can help you with this. I got it perfect. You have Mrs. Claus who hates Christmas because her husband always goes on a killing massacre every Christmas, and people are now starting to fight back. They're coming after him, and she's upset. She's like, "If you'd have just left Christmas alone all this time, you had to help the kids, didn't you?" And he's like, "Hey, yo, look here, Miss Claus, but I gotta." Stallone is obviously gonna be Santa Claus.
Okay.
You gotta
Or
do what you gotta do. You gotta fight the
I
fight.
mean,
And she's
I,
like, you've proven it to me, Rocky. I mean Santa.
clearly, Mrs. Claus would have to be the will they, won't they? Who's just a frosty character? Who's just a grumpy
it
character?
could be it could be like think of like Die Hard, which is like a pretty good template for your action Christmas movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't like John McClane and Holly Gennaro were on. I mean, is that the worst movie marriage of all time? Like it's just they keep making sequels and like they're just kind of like, well, we hate each other, but the city's about to blow up. I guess I might as well, well, we're in love now. and then
Then
by
they're
the
like,
next
no,
sequel,
I'm
it's like,
totally
well, we haven't spoken in a few years. Here's a quarter collar. Oh, all right. But
Okay.
keep in mind, Brody, if you're not into that, hope for the steal. Like right now, let's spin that wheel,
I
and maybe
don't
you'll get
want
the steal.
unhappy child. I don't want relative. And I'm
Well,
a
then you
little
better hope it
worried
doesn't land on
about.
me, because I think if it lands on me, I'm gonna go ahead and take that will they won't they for my rom com.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be taking that will they won't they. Thank you very much.
Looks like you got now have a. Oh, it looks like it's Santa Claus's brother.
Well, hold
Now
on.
you
No.
now you could take unhappy child, or you can
Oh,
take
it's
the
a child.
child and throw him out and say goodbye to the child,
Go with
and let
fate, bro. Go
fate
with fate.
decide. But it could be
Fate.
it could be worse.
Let fate decide. I don't want any kids in the North Pole.
All right, then you have a pet that doesn't like you.
Oh.
Yes. The reindeer brood. Rudolph is very upset. He's like, I'm tired of pulling your sleigh and leading this. I still don't get to play any reindeer games.
It's true.
Unbelievable.
It's true. I've got reindeer and stuff like that. I think it's better than an unhappy child.
I couldn't put like terrorists on there or something. I mean, that would just be too if that ended up in the or something. We're trying to keep it here a little neutral here. Maybe your pets are you can make yours an animated film and the pets are all revolting.
No, grumpy root reindeer work for me. So
Okay.
Santa finally
All
gives
right.
him like a machine gun, and he's like, "You finally trust me, Santa." And he's like, "You finally proven, you've been proven."
no, they don't talk.
All right, Brody. You asked about villains. Here you go. Here's your chance. A Grinch
Yes.
character.
Yeah.
So now this can be taken a couple different ways, and
Okay.
because we're all building very different movies, so I'm trying to bridge some gaps here across a lot of different genres. Grinch character could be seen as like just a pure villain, and they are against the heart of whatever your story is trying to tell, an adversary, whatever it may be. It
Okay.
could also just be someone who just doesn't like Christmas, is like a literal Grinch. The Grinch is both a villain in his movie, but also like we might refer to someone as being a Grinch who's just kind of like, hey, bah humbug, Christmas so much, and the Grinchian.
He
So
should have a neighbor who is always like, "I hate Christmas and I hate you," and he's like, "Merry Christmas" every single time. Gets
Merry
place
Christmas.
shot to pieces. He's like, "You're kidding me, Santa? What the hey?" And he's just like, "Hey, Merry Christmas. Did you get that fruitcake?" He's like, "I hate fruitcake."
The neighbor in the North Pole.
They
If
work,
you hate
yeah.
Christmas, why are you living here?
He's like, I work for National Geographic. All right, I gotta take pictures of the penguins, and you scare them off every time. Your reindeers like scare them off. I love
Who gets to go
your
first?
movie.
I get to go first, right?
I think this
Yeah.
is you, bro.
Let's go 3.
Oh,
Nice.
I love this for you. Your Grinch character is going to be
Hitler.
Santa.
What?
So it was yourself was the Grinch. So the main character
Oh.
is the Grinch
Oh.
character.
I don't like that.
No, that's good, bro.
No, no,
Because he's
no. I don't want a grumpy Santa. No, 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 no. I don't like it.
Well, you'll have plenty of chances. And remember, you can steal any round you can steal from anytime the spinner lands on you. So even if
All
it's
right.
round 10, you can always come back and replace this if you don't want it.
Okay.
Dylan, pick a number, 1 or 2.
2.
All right, you get rival.
A rival. So it's another sad kid.
So it could be any kind of
Another
rival.
sad but wise kid.
Sad kid.
In this small town, how many
no.
sad wise kids are in this small
No,
town?
this is going to be a happy wise kid. This is going to be one of those where he's always like, "Merry Christmas." He's just like, "I don't care for my parents died on Christmas," and he's like, "Have some eggnog."
Maybe
All right,
he's a
this list-
sad but
this-
happy but dumb kid. He's just the opposite.
He's a dumb happy kid. That makes sense too.
Oh,
So this
Charlie
looks
gets the
leaves-
boss.
This leaves me with the boss character.
This is a total Hallmark movie, Charlie. We're just like
Yeah, it's shaping up nicely.
we're
I don't
slow
know.
pitching these to you, man.
He's like, "You've got to get this assignment in, and you better get it in on time, or I will ruin you in this industry."
Ah, humbug.
But it's Christmas. I don't care.
I need to
You
steal
think
that
my
small town for
salary
Dylan.
cares or your salary cares? That's just money. We don't
There you
care.
go.
It's cold.
Oh, we got it before you
So-
do the actor pool. We got to do our stealing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do the steal. I'm always in such a hurry to reveal the next category.
Oh, Tudong.
All right. Any category from anything that you'd like to swap out of yours for someone else's?
I'm good.
Oh my goodness, this guy's just making perfect choices over here.
Right?
All right. Then okay. So actor pool, and I will take a brief second here to explain this.
Okay.
So I didn't want to. I thought about just putting specific actor names in here and things like that, but just since we're all doing such different movies and we're gonna have multiple characters, I wanted to give us more of a pool to choose from.
Okay.
So these pools are represented. Uh, if like we can debate one of them a little bit, but they're kind of centered around. Well, you know what? Let's reveal the pool. We'll talk about the what I'm talking about after we reveal the pools.
Okay.
So pick a number,
Okay.
Dylan.
Dylan.
Right?
I'll go with 2 again.
All right. 2 is all right. Your acting pool is the DCEU.
Does it come with Zack Snyder?
Hey, it sure does. And
He probably played a
let me tell
cameo
you,
somewhere.
A Family Christmas by Zack Snyder, starring Zack Snyder, just might be the Christmas movie event of the season for Dylan and his household. No, well, I bet you wish you had that steal right about now. All right, bro, you get a pick from the leftovers here, 1 or 3.
Let me guess.
Go 1.
He's gonna get Marvel.
1.
Come on, bro. Get Marvel. All the best actors.
Brody
I
does
did
get
get
Marvel.
MCU.
He does, really?
I
That's
Yeah,
spectacular.
and I get what else?
everyone else in the world.
Anyone who's not been in a Marvel or a DC movie, that they can be in my movie. So that frees up Candace Cameron Bure or Lacey Chabert or whoever's the
Danica
the
McKellar.
Hallmark, whoever's in the Hallmark movies these days.
Danica McKellar, dude. Don't
Who's
forget
my
Reed Richards.
Santa Claus?
Obviously, it's RDJ, bro.
Oh, he'd
That
be
was
pretty
my
good at
first thought. That was my first thought, but I don't know. I gotta keep thinking. I could do like a Josh Brolin.
A lot to choose from.
It's a lot
All
to
right, now
choose
look,
from.
it can't all just be fun and games, right? And every life comes with some external stressors here. So in addition to whatever your main plot is, there's something else that is driving your character's stress throughout this movie,
Oh
heightening
wait,
the
a
stress.
steal, Charlie, a steal.
Oh my gosh! All right, thank you for reminding me every time. All right, spin it. Maybe Dylan can get rid of his DCEU.
I will not. I will not.
Oh,
I'm just fine. I'll take my DCEU. It makes it so much more fun because if Zack Snyder's directing it, it's trash.
okay.
I
I am gonna use my steal, but not on the MCU. I want to steal the Grinch character from Self to Fate. I'm gonna let Fate decide my Grinch character.
Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta pull back my notes. That is category 6. You were so all right. Now, I just want to make sure that you're thinking this through. You're sure? Okay.
Oh,
Your
bro.
Grinch character
Oh,
is
bro.
your ex.
Yes.
I'll take that over having a grumpy Santa. I don't like when Santa's like a grumpy Santa. When he's like a
Alright,
jaded
so-
Santa. I don't enjoy those.
Maybe the former Mrs. Claus has come in guns blazing to invade the North
She's
Pole.
coming to the North Pole. I like that so much better. That is so much better.
Who's gonna?
All right.
Who's gonna be Mrs. Claus?
Tilda Swinton
Ooh, yeah, you got
is
Wow.
Aquafina. All right, so we gotta
no,
pick.
Charlie.
All right, Dylan. I think is it Dylan's turn or is it? I've lost track. I don't know. Someone
I
pick a
know.
number. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's my
Brody.
turn. I think it's my
Brody,
turn.
yeah, Brody's turn. Yeah, Dylan got DCEU. That's right.
I love it.
Every time.
You get Henry Cavill, dude.
That's great. Maybe he could play the sad little kid. Is that what you're trying to say? Or should Ben
And
Affleck
Brody
be
gets
the
Nathan
sad
Fillion.
kid?
Actually, Dylan also gets Nathan Fillion because he was in the Suicide Squad.
Does that count as DCEU or?
Yes,
is
it
that...
does. Yes, it does.
I don't know, bro, and
It
that's
does.
really
It does.
we I don't know if I'm ready to insult Nathan Fillion by saying he's a part of the DCEU.
Y-
So
You
it's
get to
okay. I'll
you
keep.
get to pick and choose. He was in
Why
a
don't you have
DC.
Nathan Fillion as Santa Claus now? That would be the perfect Santa Claus because Nathan Fillion can play anything.
I could also have
Oh,
Kurt
Stallone! You could have
Kurt Russell.
Stallone.
I could have
Oh
Stallone.
yes,
I could have Kurt
bro.
Russell, who was a good Santa Claus in the Santa
Yeah, it's
Claus
true.
Chronicles or Christmas Chronicles.
Stallone is Santa Claus. Come on, come on over here.
Dylan was forecasting it for you,
It's
foreshadowing
true.
with
It's
the
true.
impression.
Stallone is
Hey, oh,
Santa.
Mrs. Claus, why are you shooting your guns at me? Oh,
Are you
forget about
kidding
that.
me?
Okay.
Come on, Adrian. I mean, Mr.
You
Santa.
trying to kill me and the reindeer? Huh? All right, these are very good
Stop it! You're going
impressions.
to
All right,
convince
so
me.
uh, so Brode, we need a number 1 through 3.
2.
2. Oh, all right. Well, this is perfect for you. Like I guess so outside of whatever action sequence you set up, the external stressor for him is relationships.
Well, it's his ex. That's the Grinch character. So
Yeah, that lined up pretty good for you. That was
Perfect. I'll go one.
not a bad choice there. All right, Dill, what are you doing? 1 or 3?
Go with one.
1. All right, that leaves me with 3. Okay, so you are job money.
This poor kid. He lost.
no wonder he's sad. He's a kid who's stressing about money and did his job.
And that leaves me with family. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make the boss. Maybe the boss is the love interest's
Ooh.
parent.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Hmm. Okay. Spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. See if there's a steal.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's me. Um, no, I think I'm good right now.
Okay. All right. It's always good to get the heat check. Make sure everything's to your liking. All right. Next, we go magic. All right. It'll be that's all you need to know. 1 through 3, Brody. No, Dylan.
2. It's always done me
2.
right.
Okay.
I think.
Love is the real magic. That's one of the motifs of. I'll just put love. This one.
Love is the real magic. Oh, well.
Love is the real magic.
Oh, okay. He picked 2.
He
Let me
picked
go
2.
with. I'll go with 3.
Oh, bro. Okay. No magic.
What?
So
I'm Santa in the North Pole. How do I have no magic?
and I get Christmas magic is real.
Oh, come
Yes.
on,
And so,
come on.
so if you don't end up stealing that,
Why do I
then you
keep
can
picking 3? Doggone it.
you're gonna have to
Every time you-
explain how Santa does things, but in practical sci-fi terms. Like he's a multi-dimensional traveler, so there's no
Ooh,
magic
that's
involved
strange.
whatsoever. Like he can bend time with
That's strange.
science.
Yeah. Oh, that's what RDJ right there. It's perfect, bro. Actually, I'm just kidding. It's actually Stallone. Come on, because we all know
Stallone.
Stallone can bend time. Come on.
All right, spin that wheel. Maybe you get a chance to steal my Christmas magic.
Yeah,
And
I'll
use
steal
my
your
poor,
Christmas
love
magic.
story with no magic whatsoever.
Oh, Charlie.
All right, I'm gonna go, Dylan. I'm gonna steal your small town.
Oh, he's been eyeing that small town. Look at how many times we've gone.
What do I get then?
You get big city.
All right. Hey, Zack Snyder always goes big city because everything has to be 100,000%. He doesn't quite understand percentages, and that's okay.
Now you could if you wanted to, let fate decide a different location for you, but otherwise you
Do
can
it.
stick with big city.
Do
Okay, fine.
it.
Let's let fate decide. It's just done great so far. Let's
It's gonna
fate
be on
go
the
for it.
moon, man.
You sure about that? Okay, so
Oh
you
wait,
are gonna be in.
because I stole yours and then I let. Oh wait, no, I took the international. Never mind. I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right. So as I was saying, you are going to spend most of your time in a single location.
Ooh, bottle episode.
Bottle episode.
Zack
So
Snyder
now,
doesn't like multiple locations. He likes one location because he doesn't like learning the names to different places.
It's gonna be on the
now
moon.
I will say this doesn't mean that you have to spend the whole movie in one location, but like think of a movie like Die Hard or National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where the majority of the film is in one location, with a few exceptions. But so
Like
you're
the
going to be kind
moon.
of like localized in one spot. So think, yeah, bottle episode for sure. Think bottle. All
Bottle of the
right.
moon. Be on the moon too.
All right, but you know what? These stakes aren't high enough. We need to raise the
Man.
stakes.
Yes.
The stakes must be raised.
Well,
So
they're medium rare steaks.
pick a number.
You say medium well?
I said medium rare.
Oh, medium. I thought you said medium
I did not say
Oh, gosh,
medium.
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 Well,
well. Okay. Who picks me?
yes.
1.
Wait. Yeah, you. Okay. Okay,
Excellent.
bro. Perfect for you.
Yes.
Storm coming.
Storm's coming.
Storm's coming.
So
Storm's
in
coming.
the background of all of the fighting going on at the North Pole, there's also a tremendous storm a brewing.
I love it.
Yes.
All right. I can feel the heightened stakes.
Oh
People are
man.
outside. People die.
If you're out, it's like pitch black, but in the
Yes.
North Pole.
You're outside. It's like dipping yourself in liquid nitrogen. You want to dip yourself in liquid. You want to dip yourself in liquid nitrogen? I don't think. I don't want to stay in liquid nitrogen. I want to
All
go
right.
inside.
So Dylan, you have 2 or 3.
3. Let's go 3. 2 is
All right.
good.
You
Shocking.
are in a gift crisis. So you. So
What is
not
this
enough
movie?
gifts, the wrong gifts, having to find a gift. You're a poor child who can't afford gifts. I don't,
He's a sad kid who can't afford it because he doesn't have a job.
He doesn't have a job. That's right. Wow, this poor kid.
this poor kid, and he's
But love
battling
is
a child
magic.
rival for the love of, because he's got no job. Kid's lazy. He's got no job or money. This poor little 6-year-old, not out there hawking lemonade in the streets.
Wow.
Selling tobacco in
All
the
right, that
smoke
leaves
shop.
me with the perfect Hallmarks. You guys are setting me up. Perfect Hallmark stakes here. I got Christmas contest.
Glad I didn't get that. That's good. That's a good one for Hallmark.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a poetry writing contest or something.
Poetry writing. It's got to be an
contest. All right, well
eggnog
let's
drinking contest.
Right?
Maybe
Then
let's,
I
uh,
win
let's, uh,
because
let's
mine
spin
is
the wheel.
gone.
I got another
Spin the
one
wheel.
I could steal.
You do?
Oh, I think so.
I gotta get rid of this no magic. Oh, two dong.
Hey, yeah. Well, let's see here. I don't think either of those that you guys have, but there is still fate, isn't there?
Yeah, do you want to get rid of gift crisis?
Yeah.
thinking of
let's-
a different one?
let's tempt fate.
Okay, so we're getting rid of gift crisis. That is the raising the stakes, number 10. Sorry, I should have put this all in one more condensed way. I didn't think you guys would be choosing fate as often as you were.
Let fate
So
decide.
are raising the Oh, Dylan. So we're sure about this. These are the stakes that these are the stakes that you want. You want to raise these stakes? We're sure
It's
about
too late. It's too late. He already chose it. Put it in.
What is it?
All right. There's gonna be a brawl.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. A brawl.
Brawl.
There's gonna be a big brawl. So now, and not just a fight. We're talking a brawl. It's got to be a big brawl. By definition, we need at least 10 people for it to be a brawl. So
Zack Snyder
Mayhem.
always goes big whenever he goes brawl, and every movie he's in or he directs has to have a brawl. I don't know if he knows how to spell the word brawl, but people's heads, well, they're not going to roll, but they certainly are going to get hit a couple of times or something like that. This sad kid is going to be like, I'm not sad anymore. Feel
Now,
better.
I've got.
I mean, two dong. Zack Snyder doesn't have to direct your movie.
Yeah, he does. If the DCEU is going to do that, he has to direct it, bro. Everybody knows that.
You could have
We're gonna
Patty
get-
Jenkins direct it.
could have James Wan direct it too, but I'm not going to do that.
Could
You
have
got to
James
go with the
Gunn
top.
direct it.
Who's the one? Who is when they say the Snyderverse, the DCEU? They don't say the Patty Jenkins verse, the James Wan verse. They say the Snyderverse. So it has to be epically horrible.
No, it's not the Snyderverse
Okay.
anymore.
Always, Dylan's he's always out to torpedo his. He always ends up some DC connection, so he has to.
It goes
All right, so
down as soon as it's DCEU, the Snyderverse for those in the know.
No, now it's
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah.
Gunverse. It's the Gunverse.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's not the DCEU, bro. That's not the
It is.
Snyderverse.
No, it is. It is.
It's not. They don't call it that now. You think it's
right.
still called the DCEU?
Yeah.
No.
all right.
Let us
so
know in the
this
comments.
next-
Do you still call the DCEU the DCEU?
I mean, yeah, it is the DCEU, but it's the Snyderverse. The James Gunn's DC universe is not the DCEU. It's like the DCU or something, or it's just DC. Either way, it's not the DCEU. It's not the Snyderverse. They're synonymous. Bro. It's synonymous.
All right. So, having said all that, we are going to get a little funky here. So, I
Yeah.
have a random Christmas word generator ready, and we are going to we have to pick titles for our films. And I know you guys haven't necessarily had enough time to think through everything, but we are going to I'm just going to click a button, and you are going to get 3 choices, and you can pick one of the words.
Okay.
Or you can throw them all out, and I'll roll just one word for you, and you have to take it, and then you have to use whatever you pick one of those 3, and it's got to be in your title. I guess it could be your only title if you really want to call it that, but they will all be somehow loosely related to Christmas. Keep in mind that I am not the author of the AI that is creating these, so if you think some of them are ridiculous or have nothing to do with Christmas, that is not my fault. There aren't a lot of Christmas random word generators that exist, so we are going with the one that I found.
Okay.
So Dylan, you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
Okay, your 3 words are stocking stuffers. I know that's 2 words, but that's one. Ribbon or Blitzen.
Or
Yeah, so you can pick one of those 3 to be in your title. Now it doesn't have to be your whole title, although Blitzen ain't a bad title for a movie. Maybe more for Brody's action film.
I was thinking
If you
about
don't like any of those, I can actually click the Christmas movie generator, it will give you a full movie title that you can keep instead.
what was the middle one again? So it's stocking stuffer, Blitzen, but what was the middle one?
Ribbon.
Ribbon. And
Now, you don't have to think of the title right now, but you got to think around like which of these words you could build a title that fits your theme here.
Go with the full title generator.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I am gonna do. I'm like each time I'm like Blitzen is too action movie, and Stocking Stuffer from Hell is just not family
right.
movie.
Okay, well, your title is Christmas Spirit and the Mistletoe Mirage.
Nice. It has nothing to do with any. That's pure Zack Snyder. I love it. Perfect. Say it again. Christmas
Spirit and the Mistletoe Mirage.
Christmas Spirit and the Mistletoe Mirage. Zack Snyder is going to go on a whole bunch of different interviews to explain the title because even though it has nothing to do with the movie, he's going to still explain it because his movie won't speak for itself.
I'm trying to make the font small enough to fit that. I don't know. That's good enough. Well, Brody, you had Dylan guinea pig that for you. So do you want your 3 words?
Yeah, I want my 3 words.
Or do you want to go straight to the Christmas
No,
movie?
no. I want my 3 words.
Okay, your 3 words are trips, festival, and togetherness.
Together in hell.
None of those are great.
What were the first 2?
I wanted something cool like Blitzen, man.
Blitzen was pretty good.
Blitzen was pretty good.
Together? What was it?
Trips, togetherness, and festival.
Festival, bro. Go festival.
Festival's not too
quantity.
bad. Huh?
Do you want me to up the quantity here for you? Do you want to go
Up
to
the-
4 or 6 words to choose
Go
from?
festival. Don't have a crutch, bro. Go festival. Festival of souls. Festival of Christmas spirit.
Festival
in
of
hell.
Souls.
Festival of Souls.
An action movie, bro. Festival of Death. Merry Christmas.
I guess I'll go festival.
Yes.
I'm not
All right.
crazy about it, but
Well, maybe you'll get a chance to swap this out, right?
Oh yeah.
how
Now
does the
this
swap
would be
work on this?
we'll just redo it. So like a
Oh, okay.
a re-roll if you want to do that. Unless you like maybe you're looking at Dylan's title and thinking Christmas Spirit and the Mistletoe Mirage.
Take
That's
it.
exactly what I want.
That
And you can spell mistletoe more like the missiles, right? Like beep.
yeah, it's actually not like a horrible action movie title.
Uh, all right, let me get my words here.
Mistletoe. Unwrap.
Snowflakes, ceremonies, and cards. Okay.
That's the title right there, man.
Yeah,
Snowflake
seriously,
ceremonies and
that's
cards. Are you
perfect.
kidding me?
Yeah, I love
The
it.
Christmas contest is writing a Christmas card,
Yes. Oh, a Christmas card contest. That's as Hallmark as
and
it gets.
and the boss is like maybe it's a literal Hallmark movie where you
Yes.
the boss is the boss of Hallmark and you have to write the
Yes.
Hallmark cards.
Perfect.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I think I do like cards as probably the easiest one to do some bad wordplay with. Um, so I'm gonna take cards. Let's spin the wheel. And let's see if we can get. Are you sure? Are you sure you would want to sacrifice your title, Dylan? Your title's so good. I don't know.
Oh, Charlie's the one that liked his.
I did kind of like mine. You know what? It's Christmas. In the spirit of Christmas, why don't you guys re-roll it again? I give one of you guys another chance.
It's gonna land on Charlie again, though.
Well, if it does, then I must have something.
Oh, it's me. All right,
All right. Do you want to
let's
toss
see
about the
another
fate?
three. Let's see another three.
All right. There it is. Okay. All right. Your three now are miracle, pie, Christmas tree.
Can I stick with festival? Miracle, pie, and Christmas tree?
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally clicked it again. Would you like a different set?
Yes, please.
All right. Poinsettia,
Yes.
What the heck are these?
Love it. Poinsettias of death.
traffic, and comet.
Oh,
Traffic.
Comet. I'll take Comet.
Ooh, Comet's good. Yeah, Comet's good.
All right. And just to let you know what you missed out on if you'd done the Christmas name movie generator, Holiday Harmony and the Winter Solstice.
Holly
Or if we
Harmony.
click
I
it
mean,
again,
Holly Harmony could
Christmas
have been
Carol
the
and Holiday
X.
Lane. Could have been, right? But you're going with Comet, so that's good. Any of the reindeer names is probably good for you. All right, we got one last category, boys, and then we'll wrap up our movies here.
Oh,
You got to have a Christmas song playing over your end credits because we are making Christmas movies here. So
Oh,
this is going to loosely tie together to the theme of your movie. So I want you to think of a Christmas carol, and this can go one of two ways.
okay.
You can pick your carol, your choice. So you can pick your carol that goes with your theme, your song, how you want the tone, the mood to end. Maybe you're ending it with some, maybe Santa's having a love scene, so you want "Here Comes Santa" or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you're ending it
Charlie
sad, so you
Hickman.
need like, what did I say? Anyway, "I'll Be
Charles.
Home for Christmas." You get something like that, like sad, because the sad kid is
Yeah,
like
we're so
never
sad.
he's never coming home. Maybe you get some whatever you want, jazzy, religious, Silent Night while Santa's shooting up a bunch of people with machine guns as the
You gotta
credits
have
roll.
Frank Stallone
Um,
sing it, bro. If Stallone is starring in it as Santa, you gotta have Frank Stallone singing singing this Christmas Carol.
but if you don't want to pick, I will click a random generator for you, and you will get a Christmas song that way.
Who goes first?
Uh, who went first? I think Dylan, you went first last time. So Brody, you
Yeah,
So I either have to choose one or like can I
or
see what
fate will decide for you.
so I can't pick the generator and then be like I don't like that, I'm going to choose
Not unless you spin the wheel. Yeah, there's got to be some consequences here. Otherwise, it's just like,
one.
you know.
I feel like I got to go Silent Night then.
yeah.
I wanted to go Santa Claus is coming to town, but it's
Yeah.
set in the North Pole, so he's not
Santa
like
Claus.
it wouldn't make sense.
All right, what about you,
Well,
Dylan?
in the spirit of Zack Snyder, he always goes generator, so I'm going generator.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
You know, he got that
All
from a
right,
generator too. He was like, "Oh well,
we are
what
spinning the
song did I put
wheel.
here? Oh, huh?
The generator, you are getting Santa baby.
Yes, perfect Zack Snyder song.
Dylan, you've
So
got the
what?
weirdest movie, man.
Good
So
point.
your poor child is gonna at the end is Santa baby.
Oh
Oh, it's gonna be
gosh.
it's great.
But it's okay. The kid's gonna be played by like Ben Affleck or something. He's gonna fall on his face a lot because he doesn't understand things like walking on ice. So he's just gonna keep falling on his face. It's perfect. And then at the
Um,
very end,
Charlie,
Santa's gonna
you gotta stop putting the DCEU in things because Dylan that just goes off the rails and he's like, I know there was an objective, but I'm just gonna crash course this thing just because it's part of the
yeah,
DCEU.
that's funny.
this
All
sucker
right,
is
no,
going to
no,
burn.
no more DC. It's not my fault that Dylan keeps picking it too. Like it's like that. It's not like I'm sprinkling DC stuff all the way through. It's like one category, one time.
And it's perfect.
And Brody, you could have stolen it from him. You could have
You
taken
could
it,
have.
and you
I'm
didn't.
thinking about
I'm
that
gonna
now.
take
I'm
it
like,
wrong.
I should have stolen it from him. I'll have one more chance. Oh, Charlie, you got Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas? Of course you do.
Yeah, that's why. So that's my favorite. Actually, it's my favorite all-time Christmas song, and I think it's a nice romantic one.
That's a good
So
one. Yeah,
I'm
that's a
happy
good
to have that over the end. It's debating in my mind that or like the All I Want for Christmas Is You and Mariah Carey, but that's got a different feel. I think I'm gonna have a little bit more of a wind down ending versus like a
one.
pep up. We're gonna have a romantic ending, fireplaces and kissing. All right, let's spin the wheel one last time so we can reset. Brody, may you take one more chance at your title or. All
Fate
right,
is
here
on
it
my
is.
side now. I am
It's too late.
stealing the DCEU from Dylan so that I can have Henry Cavill as my Santa Claus. Thank you very much.
Oh wow. Okay.
Does that mean
Dylan,
I get
you want to?
Marvel card?
Yep.
Or
Oh,
you can let fate decide.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, bro. I'll let fate decide because the DCEU wasn't bad enough. I think I can make do with Marvel. I'm gonna have Miss Marvel be my sad little, my sad kid because she can act. I like that. Yes, Iman. I can't believe I'm spacing on her last name. Either way, she is going to play it. She's gonna win an Academy Award now. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Now we have a serious movie. And she's got a
All right.
rival somewhere. But they learn from the meaning of Christmas. They learn the meaning of Christmas with magic, right? Do I have magic still? Like real
Oh
magic?
Yeah.
shoot.
Yeah. Brody
I
forgot
still
all
have
about
no
magic.
magic. No!
Hey,
With
isn't Henry Cavill
multiple
magic enough?
opportunities to steal.
I'm gonna have
Oh,
like
I
50 million
forgot. I
as Santa
forgot about
Claus
the
now.
no
He's gonna come in
magic.
with some magic, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, hey, hey, I'm Santa Claus," and everybody's gonna just be like, "Whoa, you taught us the meaning of Christmas just by coming in. You're Nathan Fillion." He's like, "You mean Santa Claus? Same thing." Oh yeah,
Oh, this is what I do for the show is I give up my MCU for the show so that Dylan
you
doesn't
gave it up.
dive bomb
You
his
gave
own
it up to Henry
project.
Cavill. Unbelievable.
No, I did it
But
for
you
the
waited. You waited
people.
till the end though, so all his choices are locked in. That all the dive bombs are already there.
It's true.
My movie just got so much more interesting now that I've got MCU. I've got good actors to work with now. I
I
don't
have an
need to
X.
have
I need
my
to
actors
think.
like run headfirst into walls before takes.
Oh,
Now they can actually act. It's a family miracle. And in the end, like every MCU movie, big brawl until
I
Santa
mean,
comes along.
you think
oh,
you
I
got
get.
it tough, bro. I'm sitting here stuck with Christmas magic in my movie. I've got to have Christmas magic. Is real Santa showing up in my Hallmark movie? And he's like, here you
Okay,
go.
Charlie, you
you
could
have
have
every
Maybe he
stolen
is.
that from me. Stolen that. You could have
I
stolen
I
that
could
from
have.
me.
I
You
could have.
chose not to have Christmas magic, bro. You chose no magic.
I mean, the last time I got to steal something, I gifted it to you anyway. So multiple
Uh,
opportunities. You could have just stuck with a festival.
it's true. I totally forgot about the no magic thing. I totally
Chris,
forgot.
what's the title again? Christmas what? And the
Christmas spirit and the mistletoe
The mistletoe
mirage.
mirage.
Oh, Mirage. Oh, that's great. Wow, now that I don't have to dumb it down, it's so much better. Hey, you're the one who said you took the DCEU. You wanted it. You wanted your Henry Cavill bro to Santa Claus.
No,
Well
I
enough, Joe.
wanted Dylan. I wanted you to have a better experience. That's why.
I was
That
enjoying
honestly, that's why. I didn't want you to.
myself when I had the DCEU. I get to think really stupid, just like Zack Snyder would do.
All right. So who wants to go for their movie first?
Oh, I need.
Brody, are you
Honestly,
ready? Are you ready to go first?
I'm not. I need to think about my actor pool because I can think of a couple roles. I need. Shoot, man. I need to like see who was in what actors are in the DCEU. Oh, I've got Chris Pine. I forgot Chris
Yeah.
Pine. I've got Gal Gadot. I've got Pedro Pascal.
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
he's good.
oh. I have Margot Robbie.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait a
You
minute.
got
She
Anne
wasn't.
Hathaway.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She was in DC. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have Jared Leto.
Oh, jeez.
Will Smith.
Mm.
I do. I have Will Smith. Okay. This is not bad. This is not bad. I don't want to go first. I think one of you should go
Ezra Miller.
first. I don't
Dylan,
know.
I think it's tradition that Dylan goes first because he always has the hardest one to put together, so we always make him go first for some reason.
Now, it said that the villain is a rival, but it never said exactly how old. It doesn't have to be like the same age or anything.
Nope, it could be
Yeah.
anything you want, and it doesn't even have to be a rival of the kid. It could be a rival of a secondary character that's just kind of an obstacle to overcome.
I looked up the actors right here that I get to choose from, and I can't find her name anywhere. That's no good. What
Who?
the hey? Miss Marvel. Fine, I'll just take a look at Miss Marvel right over here. That's all right. We can figure this out. Miss Marvel, Iman
Vellani. I'm not sure how to
Vellani.
pronounce it.
Okay, Iman Vellani is exceedingly sad because do I still have like not doesn't have the enough money for Christmas presents? Was that it? She doesn't have
Yeah,
enough money for
your
Christmas presents.
job money is the external stressor.
Job money is a stressor. Yeah.
Job money. All right. Okay. No, you know what? It's the stressor because they're having her work through Christmas. She still has to work, and she's a photographer. Okay, you are no that list was no help, and she happens to, she's getting scooped by her rival, played by Robert Downey Jr.
Nice.
She's getting scooped by him because he's a much better photographer. And her whole family, like Chris Evans is her dad, and who should be her mother's? You know what? I'm gonna go Scarlett Johansson as her mom, and I'm gonna have. Let me see here. No, Natalie Portman is married to Robert Downey Jr., and they also have kids. Jeez, I want Michael B. Jordan to be in there somehow. I can't see how I can fit him in because he is such a great actor. Come
How
on.
big a cast are you gonna have?
It's gonna be big because we need at least 10-person brawl.
Oh, that's
But at
true.
the very end, due to magic, Nathan Fillion, who plays Santa Claus, comes in and he works it out just because he is magic and
Well,
he's
now your
Nathan
magic
Fillion.
is love, so you don't get Santa magic. Only I get Santa magic.
Yeah.
But Nathan Fillion is okay. Fine. The actor Nathan Fillion swoops in
Playing himself.
Filled with love.
Filled with love.
Everybody stops fighting. And you know what? For the first time in the entire movie, RDJ, that little trickle of a tear comes down and he's like, man, I can't do a Robert Downey Jr. impression. But he's just like, man, Nathan Fillion changed me for life. And Natalie Portman's like, no, it hasn't changed anything. And he's like, then I want a divorce. That's how big this is. That's Nathan Fillion right over there. And she's like, so what? The big brawl is settled. Everybody's happy. With Christmas spirit and the, the mistletoe mirage. And Iman Valeri is gonna be like, I was the mirage the whole time. And RDJ is gonna come up and be like, no, you were the mistletoe. But I'm married still, and you're way too young, so I'm gonna go and pretend like my wife is mistletoe. I've forgiven her because of Nathan Fillion. And everybody's then happy. Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson, they had problems. They were going to get a divorce. They were really upset because their kid's a workaholic. But it all worked out. She got her shot, her picture. It turns out it was just of Nathan Fillion all along. Cue Christmas music. What was that again? What was the last song? What was the ending song of mine?
Santa Baby.
Yes, that's perfect. Sung by Nathan Fillion, as a matter of fact. This is perfect. You never should have given me Nathan Fillion, bro, because he fixes everything.
You had Nathan Fillion in the DC. He
No,
was
bro, I
there.
couldn't use him. Couldn't use him in that. Couldn't do it. He wasn't in it anyways. That didn't count. It didn't matter. The point is, Nathan Fillion is love, and that's how we end the movie. Boom! It's perfect. Wow, and the whole family can enjoy it.
And somehow you didn't get Sylvester Stallone in there after all that.
Charlie said I couldn't put Santa Claus in.
You can have Santa Claus, you just can't have magic. You can just be dressed as Santa, though.
Oh, he comes in there with Nathan Fillion. Yes, that's perfect. He's like, hey, everybody, it's Thanksgiving. And he's like, no. Nathan Fillion's like, no, it's Christmas. He's like, Merry Christmas to all a good night. You know, come on now. And Nathan Fillion's like, couldn't have put it better myself. Santa baby. And he starts singing. Perfect. Ah, oh, bro, you just made it even better. Now you have to have Stallone as Santa Claus.
No.
No.
Who's playing Santa Claus, bro?
All right. Well, I guess I'll go next.
Bro, get into it.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we have the new Christmas action holiday movie that is the new go-to action. It's taking the place of Die Hard, and it's called Comets Ablazing.
Yeah.
And it's about Santa, played by Henry Cavill.
That sounds like Santa smokes weed. Santa or his comet blazing. Yeah.
No.
Santa Claus, I need to relax.
No, comets. No. Comets like missiles. Okay, so we've got Santa Claus up in the North Pole. Santa is played by Henry Cavill with Mrs. Claus, Gal Gadot. And they're prepping for Christmas. He's got all of his technology stuff that's built by his super smart elf, right? We've got Zachary Levi is like, he's like coming up with all the tech. We've got Michael Shannon coming up with all the tech.
Oh my gosh.
You
You've got a really, really intense elf where he's like,
yeah,
everybody.
He's serious because there's no magic. He's got to come up with this stuff like realistically. And he's also at the I don't know how there's no magic, but I've got a Frosty character. I've got Comet, right? Comet is the Frosty reindeer, and he talks. I know there's no magic. I don't care if it makes sense, but he talks.
He learned.
Yeah, it's because it's not magic. It's just normal in your movie universe.
Yeah, it's just normal.
It's not magical.
And he is voiced by Idris Elba.
Nice.
Nice.
And so they've, he's getting older. He's kind of getting tired of doing all this stuff, but he keeps having to go out. And then all of a sudden, one night, there's a storm coming, right? Storm
Storm.
is coming. Storm's coming.
There's a storm coming.
But it's not just a storm, it's a storm that's being brought on by Santa's ex, played by Margot Robbie. And she's coming in because she feels slighted. And she's got her new right hand man, played by, I had this figured out.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, played by Chris Pine. Dylan, yeah.
Okay.
I need to stop looking
I
at you. You
wanted
keep making
I wanted
faces at me.
Ben
Would
Affleck
you
to take
rather me say
orders
Jason
from the
Momoa?
eldest sounding reindeer. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him giving at least have him be like a lieutenant or something.
Who? Chris Pine?
Ben Affleck. Yes. No, Ben Affleck to take orders from Chris Pine and the talking reindeer, voiced by
All
Idris
right.
Elba.
Well, I
Like
was
a
thinking about
bumbling they're
making
they're always saying, "Why did we bring him again?"
Ben Affleck was going to be an elf or something. Everybody who I don't mention is an elf. So like Jason Momoa, elf. Uh who else? I don't know. Everybody else. Ray Fisher, he's an elf. And so Margot Robbie and Chris Pine are bringing a storm to the North Pole because she is unhappy with the way their relationship ended, and she is going to a full-on assault on the North Pole. I was hoping that there would be any of those words because that was what I wanted my title to be, was assault on the North Pole, but it
Sorry,
didn't
bro.
work out. And so the whole movie is Margot Robbie. Maybe she has her own elves. And so we've got the Santa
Well,
and his elves versus Margot Robbie and her elves. And we've got flying machines, right? Because they're built. Maybe Michael Shannon is the bad genius elf who's creating the
yeah.
technology for Margot Robbie, while
Mhm,
Zachary
mhm.
Levi is the good genius elf who's creating the technology for Santa Claus. And maybe
Mhm.
they're like a
Okay.
father son. I don't know.
They're
Maybe.
father son. I like it. Why don't you
What
call it
else?
Comet Salt?
Because at some point, Comet is going to be so frustrated that he's going to get some missiles mounted on his back, and he's going to fly up and he's going to shoot some missiles at Margot Robbie's ship.
For what?
Oof.
Ship.
What was that again?
Ship.
Okay.
I think she's coming in a ship. I don't know. Maybe she's coming with her own reindeers.
You
Maybe
said
she's
ship. You shoot it at her ship?
yeah. Yeah. How else do you get to the North Pole but a ship?
Comet's blazing, man. Comet's blazing all night
Comets are blazing.
long.
I thought we were
He's-
gonna get Comet lighting up.
No.
It's good. That's the stuff.
That's
We're
how Rudolph's
blazing,
nose
bro.
got all red.
No. You guys are changing my movie. Cut it out.
We're relaxing your movie. And it's Zack Snyder. You know he would do that. At least he'd
So
have a joke about it.
it's not directed by Zack Snyder. It's directed by James Gunn. And so
He didn't- Ugh, unbelievable.
he directed the Suicide Squad, which was very much in the DCEU.
I can't believe. You know what? I looked past the Idris Elba because I loved the idea of him voicing like a reindeer,
Yeah.
especially an assault reindeer. I let it go, but you're gonna have him be the director. That's gonna be so cool. And now it
And
doesn't
so
make any sense.
the external stressor is relationship, because you've got Santa, right? He's got his ex trying to come in, trying to add all this added stress that's already stressful because it's Christmas time. And so Gal Gadot as Mrs. Claus is she's having a hard time with this because she's like, why is your ex trying to come and bomb us?
Hey,
And
did she know about it? Is she like, you mean there was somebody else?
maybe she didn't until just now.
Oh, Santa, Henry Cavill.
Oh, Santa.
It's like Henry Cavill. He's like, I'm sorry, you weren't the first person that I ever dated in my whole life.
In my life, in infinite lifetime, and she's
Yeah.
like, I don't forgive you for infinity.
Yeah. And then at the end, once Santa and Comet blow up Margot Robbie and Chris Pine, then it plays Silent Night as they continue to prep for Christmas night, Christmas morning,
So they just go back to work.
Christmas Eve. Well, yeah, of course. There's children who need presents.
There's children that need presents. Yeah, hey, you know what? That's true. That's very true.
I need them.
You
There you
can't
go.
argue that.
That probably went a little
Cannot
long. I'm
argue with that.
sorry.
Well,
I
it
like
was
it.
great.
All
That
right.
was really
Well,
good.
we'll wrap it up with mine here.
It's
I've
like
got a very
the
Hallmark
perfect
plot here for
Hallmark
you.
movie.
So our single adult main character will be played by Cameron Diaz, and she works for an upscale online magazine. And her boss is Gina Davis, and Gina Davis is a real Grinch, and she is not a fan of Christmas, and she wants to do an expose. Kind of exposing some of this small town Christmas spirit that's represented in some of these Hallmark type Christmas movies as being so wonderful as being more of a fraud. And so this is how our setup for our movie, which is called House of Cards, starts because she wants to prove that it's nothing more than a house of cards. And so she sends Cameron Diaz to this small town where every year they do a Christmas card contest where they build giant houses out of Christmas cards.
Oh my goodness.
So literal house of cards, where she meets Tom Cruise. Because Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz have been in multiple movies together, so they're going to be in this nice little rom com together. Now, Tom
Nice.
Cruise is a classic Hallmark occupation. He is an architect.
Yes.
Uh, they don't they don't have to ever show him actually working, and he knows a lot about building houses, which helps in a
Ooh.
Christmas card house building contest. Now, he has a family that we're kind of getting to see, and the family is familiar with this magazine that Cameron works for, and they're very suspicious, and they don't
Mm,
like her. And so
mhm.
there's some external pressure coming from this family, Tom's family. And as we start to get into the movie, Cameron's looking for angles of like why this Christmas spirit in the town is fake. And what she starts uncovering is that a lot of the bluster and the seasonal stuff is really masking a lot of what's underneath, which is not something sinister, but rather pain. And in fact, Tom
Mm.
Cruise's father has cancer and is dying, and this is going to be his last Christmas. And so Tom is really setting out to make the most spectacular house of cards that anyone has ever built. And so, really, what she finds is not only are there houses of cards, and not only did Gina Davis think that Christmas in this small town was really just a house of cards with nothing underneath it, but that all of the building of houses of cards are there hiding the pain that's underneath of everyday life as we finally find something, the magic of love that kind of brings it all together. Now, I tell you, plays out like a normal rom com with the one exception. They are literally stuck in a snowstorm, but not a storm like Brody's storm, but a different storm. The car breaks down, everything's going against them, and they're just not going to make it to this house building contest. They're not going to get there in time to build this house for his father's last Christmas, and that's when the Christmas magic happens, right?
Yeah.
Because the snow starts to part a little bit. We got like whisks of things coming through. Doesn't make any sense. The car engine starts. A bunch of miracles start to happen in a row. It all lines up. Lights light up. Batteries come back to life. Things start working, flights get canceled, Cameron has to stay. They make it to the contest, they win the contests. The dad is like, pulls Cameron aside and says, "Take care of my son. He loves you. He just doesn't know how to say it." And then he's like, "Ugh," and then
Oh.
hospital and
Oh.
beep, beep. And then they're in the hallway and she's like, "Oh my gosh." And she confesses everything and he's like, "I already knew and I don't care." And then they like, and then she's like, and then we cut some montages, and they're in the house, and they're kissing, and it's Christmas morning, and they're all weeping and crying and drinking hot chocolate together, and we hear the "Have yourself a merry little Christmas." Tears are flowing. Tom's cruising. Cameron is Diazing, and it is a love story for the ages. There you go. House of Cards.
Can I can
No,
I can I can I add? Could it possibly be called the House of Christmas Cards to avoid a lawsuit from the TV show?
no, no, no. We're gonna spell it differently.
Ah, okay, good. Okay,
Cards
there
with a
we go.
K, obviously.
Ah, there it
Where
is.
does
And
Charlie? Where does the
that's also their
magic
last
come
name.
in?
There's what?
Remember they were broke down. They have the subsequent things.
Oh, that
Where
was
the car
magic.
didn't work, and
That's
yeah,
Christmas
so
magic, bro.
it's all
That's
all a
Christmas
bunch of Christmas miracles, right? Just as things happening that like
keeping her in the
impossible things.
Yeah,
Oh,
she can't
All of a
leave.
sudden, like she's about to leave, but all of a sudden there's a huge weather shift in the weather, and the storm comes. But then the storm causes the car not to work, so they can't work. But then all of a sudden, boom! Oh, look, another car here that's happens to be on with a note that says "Here, drive me" or whatever.
oh, okay.
It's just it's a series of miracles. The father's his heart stops, but then it starts back up just so he can watch the contest and enjoy it
Hmm.
one last time. A series of impossible things that happen often in movies where you're just like, that's not real. That's impossible. In this case, we're like, you're darn right it's impossible because that's the magic of Christmas. That's how it's done.
Very
Christmas
beautiful.
magic. And then Santa's like, ho ho ho, and he flies over the night.
Ah,
Yes.
nice.
Played by
And
Stallone.
yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
his Christmas wish was one last day with his father. Turns out his father's been dead for 20 years.
Gosh.
Don't look too closely. It's all a house of cards. It's
Was it directed by M.
Plays
Night
the dad.
Shyamalan?
Plays the dad.
what a twist. In fact, everyone is dead but the father, and the father wished for one last day with.
Did you say who plays the dad?
I didn't. It could be any person. So for no reason whatsoever, it'll be Morgan Freeman.
Yes. Oh, he is great.
Is playing Tom Cruise's dad?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll go with it.
Thank you.
Sounds
All
like a
right.
look, I think.
The mom could be like Helen Mirren or somebody. I don't know. I have to be careful because I'm not sure who's been in MCUs and DCUs. But
Helen Mirren was in the second Shazam.
all right, well she's out. She's out. Meryl
It's
Streep.
part of my story.
Is Meryl Streep too young to be Tom Cruise's mom? I don't know, but she could be a young mom. Meryl Streep and Morgan Freeman had Tom Cruise as a child. That's a great movie.
There you
Let's
go.
watch that.
That's Christmas magic right there.
That's perfect.
It's a Christmas miracle.
All right. Well, good job,
right.
guys. Dylan, somehow you put together some sort of movie.
Thank you. It's a Christmas movie, broed. It's
Some
not just
sort of
some
movie.
kind of movie, and it's an MCU Christmas movie with Santa Claus, Stallone as Santa Claus, and Nathan Fillion as
Ew.
himself.
I just like that Nathan
mean-
Fillion singing Santa Baby at the end after he stopped a brawl just simply by being himself.
I love
It
it.
is I, Nathan Fillion. Why are we all fighting? It's Christmas. Listen to him, he's right. That guy was in Castle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the
And-
single tear from RDJ, he's like, just seeing Nathan Fillion, that's all I needed. It all makes sense now. It's a Christmas movie, broed.
Yeah.
It's Christmas
Well,
movie.
and then and I was going to say, Charlie had everything lined up pretty perfectly for a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. That's true. That was perfect.
And then I tried to put something together too.
You guys are good. I was actually as soon as I got Hallmark and then I ended up with a little kid, I was thinking I might do like a Sleepless in Seattle, but like Christmas movie with the sad kid who's like, my dad needs a wife, and then they go to a small town or something. But this worked out well too.
There you go.
All right. Well, should we say goodbye to the peeps?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We wish you the merriest of Christmas. And if you like wacky, zany content like this, make sure you check out the channel, like, and subscribe. And we got a Patreon, so make sure you check that out too. More information on that has already been released or will be releasing soon, depending on when this is released. Yay! Goodbye.
It's coming.
House of Cards, Christmas style with a K.
Nice. Nathan Fillion, Santa Claus. Or Stallone.
Nathan
Henry
Fillion
Cavill,
and
Santa Claus.
Yes.